Good morning, everyone. Today is day 27 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And our sketch today was done by Shawn Stiles Lahr. And it's a 2-pager. And she has 4 4x4s and then a circular 4x4. It looks like she has a circular element here, a border here, some little embellishments here and here. She's actually got like little triangles. And then on the next page she has her title. She has another border like she has over here. And she has 2 4x4s, a circular 4x4 and a 6x4. And that's horizontal. And then she has more triangular elements here. And mine's gonna be kind of, you'll see it's inspired by it, but it's not gonna be just like it. And I am scrapbooking, and part of the reason is because I am scrapbooking my oldest granddaughter. I would like to have a lot of hers done by the time she graduates, and she's 17. She graduates next year. And this was a Christmas. She's maybe, I don't know, probably 2 or 3. She's not very old. And the second daughter, her aunt, when this Christmas she had seen that you could order M&Ms with somebody's photo on them. So actually she ordered M&Ms with Brenna's photo on it. And I don't know if you can see that, but I'll try to do a close-up at the end. But it's like she's got a picture here, a picture here. So that's going to be one of my circular photos. And then I have these where she's playing. I think I got her a cash register because I always loved cash registers. So I think I was the one who got her that. And then she got some glitter washable pens that looks like paint pens. And her and her mom were playing with those. And then for this is going to be on my first page. And then on my second page, I'm going to be using this picture of her, a picture of her by the Christmas tree. Because it's always kind of nice to see what your Christmas tree looked like when you were a kid. So I thought she'll like that one, especially when she gets older. Excuse me. And then we have her, she got a bike for Christmas and her grandfather is putting it together. And it was so funny because as he's putting it together, she goes over by him and she kind of pulls up her shoulders and she goes, "Grandpa, I like your tools." And we thought it was just so hilarious that we laughed so hard. So it's like every time I see this picture or think of this, that's the line I think of. So that's going to be my title. And so, you know, I kind of start with one side and then work on the other. So I'm going to start with the side that has the wreath on it. Oh, and the papers I'm using is Mintay's Merry Little Christmas. And I'm going to be using the embellishments from that too. So I'm using this paper with the wreath and it's really gorgeous. And I've had this paper for quite a while and I really hadn't found anything that I just wanted to put right in that center. And so I'm just going to use it today. And it's the exact same paper. So I have hardly any of this left, and so I'm just going to use it today. And I'm going to try and I've taken these pictures and cut them down so much. I mean, I started with them, they were all 4x6s, and now they're quite a bit smaller. And I just kept cutting them because as I laid things on there, I was overlapping, and I thought, well, then if I'm overlapping, I can also cut off more. So this one ended up being 3 3/4 by 4. So you can tell I've really cut them down. And the other, I'm also going to use elements from Garage, which is also Mintay. because I have to have a toolbox, of course. So I'm starting here with this one, and usually I just kind of build them separately, and today is no exception. Okay, and I'm going to put this over here and see this down here. So I'm kind of working my way around the wreath because I'm trying not to cover up the wreath. Now, I don't care if we see this toy all the way, but I'm sure someday she'll want to kind of know what it was. So I want some of that to be showing. And we can still see it over here too. And then I want her to be able to see that she got the cash register, because I told you that's my favorite thing. So I'm going to leave a little bit of that sticking out here. And oh, and it looks like these are 3D. See, all that stuff would be fun to know someday. And then I'm gonna put this here. So it's like I'm seeing her, or I'm, working with this, but then working with the photos I have. So it's like I still want to be able to see that wreath. And so this is how I'm gonna lay out the photos. And then I'm going to embellish to kind of make the wreath so you can see the wreath again, if I can say that. So so I'm going to start here, and I tape and then I just kind of put down gently, so if I'm not quite where I want it to be, then I can move it somewhat. Because I'm trying to kind of keep this wreath pattern. And let's see, I kind of wanted this somewhere around here. I don't want to cover up this bird. I really don't want to cover up anything, but it's like, I haven't used it so far, so it's like I'm just going to go ahead and use it. Mintay has beautiful wreaths in a lot of their collections, so I'll just maybe find a reason to use a different wreath. Okay, and I want these kind of straight, so let me see. I mean, this would be a great photo or a great paper for like an introduction to like a December daily or something, which I would love to do, but I have all these kids. I got a scrapbook, so I'm just on my way to that. Okay, and so I'm just being careful not to cover up Brenna. And this paper is so beautiful. I mean, I love the wood, love the wreath. And I thought about putting some embellishments over this picture, but then it's like I wouldn't be able to see the little Brenna faces, and I have to have those. Okay. Now for my embellishments for this page. Now, when I first laid these out, I had covered up this, so I was going to bring it back in. Oh. I did not have her pushed down at all. Okay, so let me push her back up there where I want her. I still want to read that it was a cash register. And I've already scrapbooked a page where she brought the cash register here and played with it. Okay, hopefully it's down good enough until I can add everything else that I want on here. Okay, and I have this bird. I want to put him back on here because see, he's back here, but he's missing. So when I cover something up, I usually try to put it back in its place if possible. So I'm going to do that with my little cardinal. And this was one of the laser cut ones, so he is like very detailed. And I'm just gonna, he's not gonna be right on because I still wanna see that it says cash register, because she's gonna wanna see that when she gets older. And then I have this piece, let me just make sure I'm still in the section. I know people have a hard time using the Mintay, and it's like, I just try to fix, you know, if I decide that I still want to see that part of that, I'm just going to work it into my layout. So like this is not quite the shape, but you see how it's kind of still keeping it going round. So, and this was like it almost looks like a photo corner. I mean, I'm sure that's how they planned it. Okay, I was going to put this up here, but I must have got my photo a little bit lower, so I don't really have to. And so I can always use that some other time. Okay, I've covered up some of this star, so I'm gonna add the star. And I've done this before. If you've seen some of my earlier ones, I just end up pulling in some of the things that are there. And sometimes I put them up on dimensional, sometimes not. And then this little house that's here, this is the one I'm using for this. I think so. I think I didn't have the other house. Let me just double check. I was looking for that one. Oh, here it is. Sometimes they're a little bit smaller. Let's see if this one will work. Okay, this one, yeah. I pulled out a different one. Okay, so since that one is somewhat covered, I'm going to put this here. And I'm gonna tuck it just a little bit. So you kind of see like the outline of the other behind it. Okay, this cardinal is okay. And I have this, one of the poinsettias. And I'm gonna put it right at the top for a picture. Try not to cover up too much. And then I have, I thought I had one of these I was putting someplace. Where was I putting that? Oh yeah, I'm putting it right on top of the little candy dish, which you actually can hardly see the candy dish, but it's here, with the little Brenna M&Ms. And I'm just gonna stick that right here, kind of right in with the M&Ms. Okay, and then I have another one of the poinsettias. And right here, I'm gonna bring this in. And again, I'm trying not to cover her up, but I'm just trying to add to the wreath. Okay. And then right here on this corner, since we don't really have to see all these, I've got a some kind of fancy Christmas drink. Maybe a hot chocolate with whipped cream. And so I'm just gonna tuck this right here. Maybe bring it up a little bit. It's all right if it covers Mom's arm a little bit. I have one of the little gingerbread guys. And I think I'm gonna just stick him right here so it looks like he's just hanging out next to that fancy drink. I have this that says Christmas time, and I almost wasn't gonna use it, and I thought I've hardly got any of this collection left. I'm just gonna go ahead and use it. It'll be like a secondary title. And I have to glue it because it's too skinny to get tape on. Okay, and I am just kind of overlapping the picture half. And then I'm putting time where it goes a little bit underneath the cup. So you can see I've kind of brought my wreath back, even though I've covered it up quite a bit. And then I have some little sequins. I was checking out my little bingo thing, which I've kind of forgot about, and I thought, what would be neat to put on a Christmas page? So I'm gonna add a little bit of sequins here and there, like on the parts where the greenery is. And I've got red. Whoops, I thought I picked one up. I've got red, and I've got green, and I've got a translucent pink, because those colors are in here everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna stick a little here. Oh, I didn't even, oh, I still have my green. I mean, I got another green, okay. I thought I didn't leave it behind. I just picked up two, okay. Do I have one? Nope. Sometimes they're so hard to see. And then maybe one up here by this cardinal. These little things are the little birds and flowers. They're all just so beautiful. I like to emphasize them a little more. Okay, so I've got sequins in 3 places. I think that's good. I keep forgetting to look at that bingo card, and sometimes it just gives you another idea. Okay, so there's that one. Now I'm gonna do the right side. And again, it's the same paper, just the other side. Now this is a little harder to lay out because I cut these down as much as I could without cutting people off, because I want to, she's my first grand. Well, even if she was the last grand, it's like I've got to, I want their little hands to show and everything. So, okay, and let's see, I've got my little cheat sheet here. Now I am going to bring these almost to the bottom. And again, I'm not going to push them down real hard until I know where that I got them in the right place. But I get to line up with the plaid. I like that. Okay. And she got a candy necklace too. I don't know who she got that from. It's one of those things I probably didn't let my kids have because I would think, oh my gosh, it'd be so dirty by the end of the day. By the time that they ate them all. But you're the grandma, you're not supposed to butt in, so I'm trying not to too much. Yuck, yuck, yuck. My kids will say wrong. Okay, and then I am going to kind of center. These ones I pushed to one side because, let me double check to make sure I got enough space for this. I'm putting in one of the journaling cards, and then I need to have this kind of, I want this one kind of centered. And I might just overlap that a little bit. because I think this one's just a little, oh, maybe I just got it up a little higher. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Okay. And then this one here. Nope, I'm still a little off. Okay. Did you hear that? I'm still a little off, but don't tell anybody. It's our secret. Okay, I'm just trying to line up with that plaid. Okay, that should be good. Okay, and so this, I'm just gonna stick it right here. I just thought it was cute, and you got your little scene. So on this one, I will have more of a triangle. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of, where I think it's kind of centered. Should be good there. Okay, and then I have a little Christmas bow I'm gonna put here. And then I have, from the garage collection, I have this toolbox, and I'm gonna stick this right down here. And a wrench, because I'm sure that would have been the tool that you use the most. And maybe put that there. And I'm gonna put a bow on it like it's, to make it look more Christmassy. So I'm gonna stick that on there. And this little fragile part, I'm gonna put some glue on that, because that will be harder to glue later on. Where did I have it? About there? I would have cut off this, but you can see that her bike is one of those Disney princess bikes, so I didn't want to cover that up. Okay, and then the wrench. My camera turns off after so long. Like, are you still here? I'm just gonna turn off. Okay, and then the little Christmas bow. Just gonna put it right here. Because I still want it to look Christmassy, even though I stuck tools on there. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the bike over here, and it's gotta be on the picture just somewhat, but I'm gonna try not to go on Grandpa's head. And same with the bow I'm gonna have over here. So I'm gonna, let's see, I need to make sure I can fit my letters here, because I'm gonna go right up there. Because every time I blade these on here, it's like it's in a, seems like it's in a different place. Grandpa, I like your tools. So that's going to be my title, and it will overlap these two things just slightly. Okay, so I'm going to pause and put that down, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the title on, and I must have got it a little closer when I put it on here, because I thought it was actually going to overlap these two pieces a little bit more. Okay, and then I have these little, where's my glue? I've got one of the little houses, gingerbread houses, and I'm gonna stick that right up here on this little bow. And then I have a little ornament, a green one and a red one. And I'm trying to think of how I want these to, I'm gonna overlap them slightly. I think I'm gonna overlap the green one over the red one just a little bit. Okay. I was thinking about putting this over here too, but I kind of don't like it. Okay, so now I'm just going to do my little sequins. And I'm going to work in a triangle. I might stick something up there by the bike, but I'm going to stick one here. I like them in the greenery, so that's my first place I start. My little translucent pink one. And then I'm going to come over here by the tool box. I have a little tiny dot there, so I'm going to stick that green one there first. Okay, and then down here on this, let's see where I'm going to stick some of these. I'll stick one up in this greenery and then one in this greenery. Okay, I lost where I put the other one. Up there. Okay. And I think that's it for today. So I'll get the other one into the camera frame so you can see them together. And then I will have close-ups at the end. Remember that everybody who is playing along, oh, and I lost my little sequence here. And I'm going to try to pick it up with this side up, because I know right where it goes. It must have goes right here. And it doesn't want to stick. And it sure looked like it had plenty of glue on it. Ah, now it's stuck in my nails. I might have a new decoration for my nails. Okay, did I pull off anything else? Nope, they're in the right place. Okay. So that's it for today. And I will have close-ups at the end. Remember to check out all the other players and that are doing the 30 days of sketches. And remember that you can join at any time. People are still posting on last year's, because I get little notices and I get to go look at what they post. So check them out. It's so much fun to see the exact same sketch done so many ways. It's really amazing. So I will see you tomorrow, and we will be on day 28. Wow. So thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.